Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, everyone. Welcome to today's lecture on maximizing, or what I like to say, optimizing engagement in adapted physical education. As physical education teachers, we have a unique opportunity and the responsibility to create inclusive and supportive environments where all students can thrive. Today we are going to explore some practical strategies and resources to effectively engage students in adapted physical education, ensuring that every student has the opportunity to participate and succeed in our classroom. In adapted physical education, it's crucial to recognize that each student comes with their own unique set of abilities, preferences, and challenges. As educators, it's our responsibility to understand and accommodate these individual needs to ensure that every student has the opportunity to succeed. Many of our students may have individualized education programs, IEPs, or 504 plans that outline specific accommodations and modifications needed to support their learning and participation in PE. These plans provide valuable insights into each student's needs and preferences. They guide our instructional planning and the delivery of those plans. Let's take a moment to consider some of the examples that you may be dealing with within your classrooms. There are many that may potentially impact your students' ability to actively participate in your physical education lesson. From mobility impairments to sensory sensitivities, each disability presents unique challenges that we must strive to address, that we must strive to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment in which a student that might have a disability can participate. Understanding each student's unique needs is essential for tailoring the instruction effectively. By taking the time to get to know our students as individuals, learning about their strengths, learning about their interests, learning about their challenges, we can better support their learning and engagement within our classroom. Assessing students' physical abilities, their motor skills, and fitness levels is an ongoing process that should inform our instructional planning. Through formal assessments, such as standardized tests, as well as informal observations and skill assessments, we can gain valuable insights into each individual's capabilities and areas for growth. In addition to assessing students' physical abilities, it's also important to consider their preferences and goals related to physical activity participation. By conducting student surveys, interviews, or having brief discussions, we can identify activities that they enjoy and the goals they want to achieve within our classrooms, which thus empowers them to take ownership of their own learning. Using assessment data, we can develop individualized instruction plans that meet each student's unique needs and goals. These plans outline specific accommodations, modifications, and instructional strategies that are tailored to support each student's learning and participation in adapted physical education. In 2021, the National Consortium for Physical Education for Individuals with Disabilities created a table that included various assessment tools that can be utilized within adapted physical education. These tools vary in complexity and applicability. However, they are a great option for those of you that are looking to gather more empirical data on their students' abilities and capabilities within their classroom. I've attached a link to this assessment table in the presentation. Just click the tool icon embedded in the slide and scroll down to the assessment tools. Adaptive equipment plays a crucial role in facilitating the participation and engagement of students with disabilities. From specialized sports equipment to mobility aids and sensory tools, there is a wide range of adaptive equipment available to support your students' physical activity needs. Assistive technology can also enhance student participation in physical education by providing them with additional support and accommodations. Communication devices, adaptive computer programs, and mobile apps are just a few examples of assistive technology tools that can help students access and engage in physical activity. One example of assistive technology that is utilized quite often during adapted physical education is an application called Exercise Buddy. Again, you can click the tool link if you'd like to check out that resource and gain more information. But if you're looking for more specific equipment, it's always best to connect with community partners that might have the equipment available that you need. Or if you're looking to buy new adapted physical education equipment, you can do that by accessing Go for Sport or other sport equipment manufacturers. When selecting and implementing adaptive equipment and technology, it's essential to consider the factors such as safety, accessibility, and student preference. By carefully evaluating the needs of our students and the resources that are already available, we can make informed decisions that enhance their participation and enjoyment of physical education and physical activity during our class. Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, is a framework that promotes inclusive instruction by providing multiple means of representation, engagement, and expression. Representation is the what of learning. This principle outlines the resources that will be used to communicate the learning objectives. This may include verbal instruction, visual aids, and demonstrations either by the student or the teacher that accompany the content. The second principle of UDL is engagement, the why of learning. This principle asks teachers to identify multiple factors that will contribute to participation, including ones that might detract from it. For this principle, we should consider strategies that get students excited about learning, including task modifications and extensions and goal setting. The final principle of UDL is expression, the how of learning. For this principle, teachers are required to recognize that success within an objective is variable, that often incremental growth leads to sustained engagement. Here we would be wise to identify multiple ways that students are able to communicate their understanding of the content, but also identify multiple ways in which we are assessing their abilities. By incorporating UDL principles into our lesson planning and instructional delivery, we can create learning environments that meet the needs of diverse student populations. Incorporating UDL principles into lesson planning involves providing multiple ways for students to access information, demonstrate their understandings, and actively participate in learning activities. By offering flexible learning options, we can accommodate diverse learner needs and promote equitable access to learning opportunities. Using UDL principles, the ones highlighted before, in adapted physical education has many benefits, including promoting access and participation for all students, reducing barriers to learning, and fostering independence and self-regulation. By embracing UDL, we can create inclusive and supportive learning environments where every student can thrive. If you're seeking more information about the process of creating a UDL lesson, I encourage you to click on the tool embedded in the slide. This link will take you to an interactive infographic that will walk you through the process of utilizing UDL in all aspects of your teaching. Peer support and collaboration can significantly enhance the learning experience for students with disabilities in adapted physical education. By pairing students with disabilities with peer buddies or mentors, we can create opportunities for mutual support, encouragement, and friendship. Inclusive learning environments are essential for fostering peer support and collaboration. By creating a culture of inclusion and acceptance, we can ensure that all students feel valued and supported regardless of their abilities. Peer-mediated instruction has many benefits, including promoting social skill development, enhancing communication and teamwork, and increasing opportunities for active participation. By harnessing the power of peer support, we can create positive learning experiences for all students. One surging trend we've seen in the past few years regarding peer support and collaboration is the instructional model called Unified Physical Education, or UPE. UPE has been advocated for by Shape America as a way to support the development of leadership skills for students, as well as to empower students to engage in physical activity in a meaningful way. The tool embedded in the slide outlines further details regarding UPE. Embedded in the slide is a link to the National Consortium's YouTube channel, which includes a variety of resources and also a variety of activities that are suited for a variety of populations. You can find several other resources that claim to be inclusive activities out there. However, it is important for us to remember that inclusive games and activities are ones that are suitable for students with diverse abilities. Activities that fit this mold are designed in a way that provides meaningful opportunities for all students to participate, but also to succeed, regardless of their individual need. It's important to remember that inclusivity doesn't mean one size fits all. Each student may require different modifications and adaptations to fully participate in physical education activities. By providing a range of options and individualized support, we can ensure that every student can engage in meaningful physical activity. Ultimately, our goal is to create opportunities for active participation and enjoyment for all students. By designing activities that are inclusive, engaging, and accessible, we can promote a lifelong love of physical activity and healthy living in our students, which is ultimately the goal and the objective of quality physical education. Effective communication is the key to building positive relationships with students and promoting a supportive learning environment. By using clear and concise language, providing visual supports, and using alternative communication methods when necessary, we can ensure that all students feel understood and valued. Providing constructive feedback and reinforcement is essential for supporting students' learning and motivation. By using positive reinforcement, praising effort and improvement, and providing specific feedback, we can help students understand expectations and progress toward their own goals. Challenging behaviors can arise in any classroom, including adapted physical education settings. But by establishing clear expectations and routines, implementing a proactive behavior support strategies, and collaborating with other school staff and support professionals, we can create a positive and supportive learning environment for all students. Families play a crucial role in supporting students' physical activity participation in and outside of school. By involving families in the planning and implementation of physical activity programming, as well as activities that you incorporate into your physical education program, you can reinforce healthy habits and promote lifelong wellness for your students. Collaborating with community organizations, recreation programs, and other stakeholders can further enhance a student's access to physical activity opportunities. By leveraging community resources and partnerships, we can provide students with diverse and enriching experiences that support their overall health and well-being. Building collaborative relationships with families, caregivers, and community members is essential for promoting student success in the classroom. By fostering open communication, mutual respect, and shared goals, we can create a network of support that extend beyond the walls of the classroom and empowers the students to reach their full potential. One accessible resource that I think you could utilize is the Adapted and Inclusive Recreation Program here in Jefferson County. AIR offers a wide range of recreational activities for individuals with intellectual and or physical disabilities, along with their friends and families. AIR is a Paralympic sports program that offers adapted sports for all ages and includes the training and competition elements of sport. Today we explored various aspects of adapted physical education that help to lead individuals into physically active lifestyles. We've explored practical strategies that we can incorporate into our classroom, and we've been provided multiple tools that will help us to engage all students in a physical active lifestyle in and outside of our classroom. I want to finish this installment of our EmpowerED series by making a statement that is aimed to encourage. You are the ignition. you are the one that will create a momentum at your school, but it can't start without a spark. It takes planning, it takes patience, it takes persistence. But with that spark, together, we can initiate change. We can empower our students. We can impact in a positive way the lives that our students live. We can help them to discover their strengths, to overcome their obstacles that are present in their lives, and to achieve really in all circumstances. But in order for there to be a spark, there has to be a reaction to what you've heard today, a reaction to what you've reflected on within your school. And so I'll conclude our time with a question. And that question is simply, what is your reaction? Thank you for your time today. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything at all. I am here to serve your needs, whether that be within the adapted physical education scope or really anything that you might need as a teacher. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you all.